Oh boy. And yeah, we'll see what the outcome will be here at the end of this series as spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gresvan, we have the red Zerg player. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, the red Zerg representing the Juggernauts, kind of, but also still teamless, but also kind of a duckling. It's complicated. From the land of Hong Kong, going for a 12 pool, it is GogojOey. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer. It is Ziomek. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. So thankfully, Ziomek is going for a Probe Scout, and with this Probe Scout, he should be able to confirm the opener. And 12 pools make the most sense here on Gresvan. I don't know if you can tell, but the entrance to the natural on this map is huge. It is massive. It is insane. And as a result, Lings can do quite a bit when they do go across the map. Or it takes quite a bit to wall off, and your buildings are quite exposed as well. The 12 pools do make the most sense here. Here we go. 6 Lings are on the way. This is all scouted by Ziomek. He's fully aware of the opener, and he should be walling off. There we go. The gate is in production. We should be seeing a chrono on the first zealot, and this probe should stick around here to wall off. And what I mean by that is, yeah, there we go. We have a second pylon on the way, and the probe should stay here just to make sure that if the zealot does go down, or if the zealot doesn't make it out in time, that the probe can wall off here with a pylon or a shield battery or anything really. So here we go, the Lings are rushing across the map. The Zealot comes out just in time and is on hold position on that wall. Never mind, oh, he actually wants to dance here with the Lings. Again, this is a risky thing to do. If you get surrounded, then the Lings can kind of snowball from here, but we do have a second Zealot on the way. Already that upper gateway is taking a lot of hits, a lot of damage. The Zealot trying to dance here, trying to fake GogojOey out. The second Zealot comes out, we have surround! Oh, and it looks like the micro from Joey is good enough. Both Zealots go down the gateway as well. We will have an Adept and a shield battery, but before that happens, the Lings can get into the main. No, they go for the shield battery. Up. Go, the shield battery is cancelled. The probe goes down as well. We do have an Adept, but before that happens, the pylon falls. The gateway gets depowered. Oh, that's an unfortunate placement for the second pylon. And behind this, GogojOey is droning. He hasn't been link flooding behind this. This 12 pool is a macro opener, believe it or not. You make your initial wave of Lings. 10 Lings in total. That's all you need. That's all you want. Oh. And from here, we just drone and we catch up economically. And honestly, oh god! Ooh, and honestly, from this opener, 2 probes. Oh, 2 additional probes going down. GogojOey is ahead here. Especially with the depowering of this gateway, with killing a gateway earlier, with getting all this probe damage, killing the pylons. This is more than enough damage. Ziomek isn't dead, but GogojOey has been able to recover his economic losses for going for such an early spawning pool, and even get further ahead in that respect. We have a third base on the way. Gases are being taken. The big disadvantage for GogojOey is that his gas is very late, so link speed is going to be late, the lair is going to be late, Roach Warren as well, so you can take advantage of that, but I mean, because of the damage that was done, and because Ziomek doesn't even have 2 Adepts, he can't really do anything right now to punish him. Oof. And here we go, we do have the Oracle being prioritized. The Adept that we saw earlier being produced was cancelled, so we were able to recover all that money for a faster Oracle. And this is spotted by the Overlord. The Overlord dips into the main base, does see the Stargate as well as the first unit being built. GogojOey is fully aware and he is preparing back at home. There we go, we have our spores on the way, we have our queens as well. The queen count is pretty low. We only have 3 queens between all of our bases, basically 1 to inject. That's the other downside of this opener, but this should be enough to survive against the first couple of oracles. Oh no, Ziomek, no! Okay, we're okay. Ziomek goes for the Overlord. I thought he was going to get baited out and the Lings would be able to punish this Stalker, but the Oracle is able to protect the Stalker. Unfortunately, this means that the Oracle doesn't really have too much energy to be aggressive across the map, but it may be worth it here because GogojOey does get supply blocked. Ooh, and a heavy supply block. 4 Overlords on the way. Meanwhile, Ziomek is going to be taking his 3rd on location. Now, this 3rd is a little bit exposed. There's only a single Adept to protect it. This is a greedy 3rd base, or a greedy way to get the 3rd. He's going to be cutting some corners, and GogojOey is looking to punish it. Oh no! Oh, unfortunate. The Adept gets surrounded. It's going to be going down. With that, I believe this pylon is going to be going down as well. Thankfully, the Oracle turns around and it does protect this base. But again, this just means more time that these Oracles aren't across the map killing workers, and they aren't able to spend their energy there either, as they were forced to activate their beams defensively. So again, Joey doing a great job at keeping Ziomek on the back foot. Meanwhile, we do see the Queens of GogojOey just fending off those Oracles for the time being at the 3rd base. We do have 3 Oracles. It is a triple Oracle opener. Soon to be, I imagine, into Blink. We do have that Twilight Council. Before the Twilight Council, we have a Robo. Interesting choice here from Ziomek. This is an adaptation. He's trying to adapt to what the situation is right now. And going for fast Immortals like this, it is going to slow down his tech. It's going to slow down his Blink. It's going to slow down his +1. But he's going to be safer against Roaches. Meanwhile, triple Oracle gets across the map. Ooh, 1 Queen goes down. Can he get the 2nd? He will get the 2nd Queen at the cost of an Oracle. 2 Queens and 3 drones for an Oracle. That's not too bad. But is it worth it? Because the Oracles aren't at home to defend. The Lings go for a massive counterattack. No shield battery at the 3rd. The Adepts get surrounded. The probes are going to be going down, and this is just too much damage. If this hadn't happened, then maybe it would have been an okay trade for those Oracles earlier, but now this is not worth it. He's going for the base! Okay. I was like, mate, he's crazy if he tries to go for the Nexus. The Nexus will survive, but not before 6 probes go down. The Immortal does reveal itself. There's only 1 Immortal, and oh, we actually aren't going for Blink. We're going for Charge and +1 instead. I do think this is a wise choice, especially because we're spending a lot of gas on Immortal production, so we don't really want to be spending even more of that gas on Stalkers and on Blink. Instead, Zealous instead. No good! But the 2nd Immortal, it gets caught out. No, that's so unfortunate. The Immortal goes down. The wall is not a wall. There is no shield battery either. And GogojOey, he can just go into the natural, but he just wants to fight anyway. He can do whatever he wants. GG gets called, and GogojOey will take the 1st game. Oh, GG. Oh, GG, well played. With that, GogojOey will take a lead in this series. It was just a really unfortunate start for Ziomek. Like, the 12 pool did so much damage, and it all started with those 2 Zealots getting surrounded. Like, typically 2 Zealots, you're safe to kind of dance and fight with those Lings, but they immediately got surrounded. I imagine ping was probably a part of that as well. You know, it's it's not quite ideal. Oh. Aye. It wasn't quite ideal as a follow-up, and it was a bit of a rough road of recovery there for Ziomek. Oh, GG. But alas, that was on Gresvan, and again, I was talking about it earlier, but Gresvan, that is a map that is kind of, it lends towards 12 pools. Like, that's kind of arguably the best map for 12 pooling. So we're going to be able to go to a much more standard map, and I'm sure Ziomek will have a much easier time in the early game. But here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the red Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong. He's also making a drone. It is GogojOey. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponents. We have the Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer. It is Ziomek. So I don't mind saying this. The reason why I've been I was wondering what was happening with GogojOey. I was like, so do you want me to introduce you as teamless? Like, what's the go here? And then GogojOey responded to me and he said, up to you. And I'm like, it's not up to me. that's not how this works. That's not the question that I asked. Oh god. So yeah. I'm a little bit confused as to the state of Juggernauts. From my understanding, I don't think that Juggernauts is still a team, but I think that may change for the season of DreamHack actually. So, and DreamHack is starting up next week, so it's definitely something that I'm going to be inquiring about, and I'll try and clear up and see what's going on with the team of Juggernauts itself. I know the owner of Juggernauts is a really passionate person about StarCraft, and has been over the past year or so and stuff. But yeah, from my understanding, I believe that they aren't investing at the moment. It's a little bit hazy, Regardless, of course, GogojOey is an amazing player. He's the best player in all of Hong Kong, and he is here to prove it. He's here to prove it here against his opponent. Is going to be going for a hatch gas pool opener, a much more standard opener here from our Zerg player. Was forced to take the unnatural natural due to, these circumstances, due to that probe. But nicely done here by Ziomek, just making his opponent a little bit uncomfortable. Back at home, we have a base, we have a standard opener, we have a gate expand, everything is looking normal here, and Ziomek will have an easier time getting into the mid game this time. Won't have to try and recover and cut all of these corners to expand and take a third base and try and recover economically. Again, it was a really shaky start for Ziomek in game 1, but now he can play out his game. He can play some StarCraft. Let's go. That's all we want. That's all we want in life. Just want to play, Bobby. Just want to play. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ziomek goes for an Oracle opener again. If he even goes triple Oracle, it would make sense that Ziomek wants to show what he's made of and show that, hey, look, if everything goes right for me, I can go toe-to-toe with a player of the caliber of GogojOey. Watch me. And I'm ready to watch. I'm ready to be impressed, to bear witness here to the Polish Protoss. Until then, do you see this Overlord being punished a little bit? Is going to be forced to, hug that pillar. Adept does go across the map to try and punish some of these transfer workers. I believe he doesn't get a drone, as I quickly just double check. Oh, actually got one drone. Not too bad. One drone did go down. Was it a drone or a link? Yeah, drone. But we did see a very quick spore there for the second one. Meanwhile, at the same time, Lings do go across up, and oh, they will be delaying that Nexus. They show up just in time. They won't be able to save this Overlord, though. So once again, GogojOey is going to be losing that scouting Overlord. Oh, as Ziomek does take his third base. It was only delayed by a couple of seconds, not the biggest of deals. Just a little bit annoying here, as GogojOey is coming back in here to maybe get another kill on that probe. Up. Ooh, he will get the probe. Just dip the hell out of there. Unfortunately, this Oracle is out of energy. Doesn't really have a way to really support the probe and the Adepts down here. But now the second Oracle has shown up, and there is the third Oracle. This time, we have a Forge. This time, we aren't prioritizing the Robo, which makes sense. I do think that the Robo follow-up last game was just, something that was forced out of Ziomek that he doesn't usually do. And only because of the situation that he was in, because he was struggling so much to expand and take a third and actually defend. As I say that is still a really fast Robo in general. As the Robo is on the way at around a similar time of the Twilight Council. Forge as well for +1. And the question is, are we going to be working with Blink or with Charge? We can go either or here as the Protoss. Meanwhile, we've regathered a little bit of that energy. We have 2 Oracles. We dive into the third base, and we do get 2 drones, but one of those Oracles is really low. Oh, God! Oh! And we just fly a little bit too close to the sun there. We trade 1 Oracle for 3 drones. That is not the trade you want to be getting here. These Oracles are crucial, not just for dealing damage, not just for scouting, but also to support your army. We've seen time and time again, especially against Ling-heavy compositions, these Oracles are amazing supporting your Blink Stalkers or supporting your Immortals. Unfortunately, we do lose 1. We still have 2, and we see here, you know, we're able to defend and fend off the Lings that were trying to harass the 3rd base. But we will have to be a little bit more careful with these in the future. Meanwhile, the Twilight Council is done. We are working towards Blink +1, ooh, and a Prism as well. We have a bit of a gateway explosion. We have 7 gates in total. That's a lot of gates, to be honest, and I wonder if we want to try and hit a timing with a Blink. Maybe with +2, since +1 is pretty fast. I also, again, I also worry a little bit. Ziomek is so brave. There's no shield battery at the 3rd. He's very confident in his ability to defend here without it. Hopefully that isn't misplaced confidence, because GogojOey is going to be moving out soon. We've got our roaches. We're working on more Lings here. We've droned up to 66, and I think we're going to be staying on 66 drones. We're going to be hitting a very strong timing here with +1 range. GogojOey is going to be sending everything across the map, and we need shield batteries. We have 1 on the way at the 3rd. Is 1 going to be enough? Oh my god. This is so weird. I kind of like it. We're going into double Robo Colossus production. Interesting. Because of this, we're not really going to be able to make use of this Prism, and also Colossus are not ideal against roaches. The roach push is coming across the map. By the way, we're going for a warbin of Stalkers, but the natural's exposed. There's no shield battery at the natural. Oh my god, the Stalker will go down. The Cyber Core is under threat. The Colossus is about to reveal itself. But again, Colossus, they're just merely going to push this back for the time being. GogojOey is going to look to just regather his forces and push out again. Got 11 roaches in production. We're still not droning. Bear that in mind. Keep an eye on that production tab. 66 drones is all we want in this game. But +2 range begins, so maybe we will actually look to try and transition. Maybe, as, again, for the time being, we're still just pumping out nothing but army units here for GogojOey. Ziomek trying to take a 4th base. Bold move, Ziomek. Bold move. Oh boy. He also has micro potential. He has that Prism to try and protect these Colossi. Before that happens, oh, this 4th base is going to be cancelled. And here we go, GogojOey. He's going for the throat. He's going for the kill. There's no disruptors. There's no immortals. There's nothing to really counter these roaches. And 1 Colossus already goes down. And it's going to be more than just 1 Colossus. 2 more Colossus do reinforce. The amount of Colossus is crazy, but there's no shield battery to support the natural. The 1 at the 3rd is going to be focused on as well. Overcharges pop, but it's not enough to defend against all of these roaches. Every Colossus goes down. Ugh. And Ziomek is trying his hardest here to hold on to his 3 bases, but his natural is compromised. The Cyber Core goes out for the 2nd time. No more Stalkers can be warped in. Only Zealots, only Slow Lots. And +2 is about to finish up, which is nice, but too little too late. GG gets called. GogojOey is going to take the series 2-0. Oh. GG, well played. Oh. There we have it. Congratulations to GogojOey as he does advance on to the semifinals over Ziomek. And shout out to Ziomek. Again, I always appreciate whenever we have some players from some of these outer regions that aren't necessarily endemic to the Cranky Ducklings. Like the Cranky Ducklings, we have really close ties to Southeast Asia, to Oceania, and to Latin America, and even a little bit more to North America nowadays as well. But it's always great to see, you know, a lot of these Europeans take part and be a part of these events. And unfortunately, Ziomek's run ends here, but massive shout to Ziomek. Shout out. Always great to have a Polish Protoss. We need one. We need at least one has to be a part of this event. Whether it's Ziomek, or Art, or Geralt, or Mana, or the others. Or Papi. Look, is it really a tournament if it doesn't have a Polish Protoss? Oh. Ay. GG, well played.